Arc 3, Episode 10 of the DNR podcast is brought to you today by Respect the Crit. Join Ian, Jamie, and Alex as they embark on a new venture in a galaxy far, far away. Respect the Crit is a brand new podcast featuring the trio from Group B as they play the Star Wars RPG system from Fantasy Flight Games. Their first campaign, Empire's Edge, begins in early December. Follow the link in this episode to hear more, or look for Respect the Crit wherever you get your podcasts. Previously for Group B. After making it to the city of Esterholt and having a quick look around, the group managed to speak with Mayor Jadzia Grimness Grace and tell her all about the impending danger that the Black Hand poses in Brightport. After explaining to her that the demon Darmok was behind much of this, she gave them the go-ahead to use brutal force in bringing the Black Hand down. And that's where we pick things up today. Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jason, I'm the Dungeon Master. Going around the table, starting with Valerie.
Hi everyone, I'm Valerie, and I play Elena, the human fighter.
And Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex, and I play Braylon, the halfling bard.
And Jamieson.
Hi, I'm Jamieson, I play Larg.
Oh, that was so quick. That was...
I panicked.
Larg me. And Jamie.
Hi there, I'm Jamie. I play Tatiyana, the human rogue.
And Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I play Kallie, the elven druid.
And Ian.
Hello, I'm Ian. I play Kalden Halek, the half-elf sorcerer, and I don't have a thing for this one. This time I don't have a thing, so... maybe that's my thing, is I don't have a thing, so...
Well, I didn't have a thing.
Yeah, Karen will be happy. That's good. That'll be good. But yeah, this one I don't have a thing for. This isn't the one.
And Bree.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and I play Jadzia Grimness Grace, the human mayor, warlock, wife, and mother.
Those are all classes.
Is Mayor a class? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's... She took 2 levels of wife.
Honestly, she's like a superwoman now, so...
She has advantage in Valis's heart.
Wow, that was bad.
Whoa.
That's pretty bad. It's fine.
So, let's pick things up pretty much where we left off last time. We have a very, I'd say, meaningful conversation going on in the mayor's office of Esterholt. I would say after after the Paladins Accord here know what they're supposed to be doing, they would probably clear out and start prepping, because it looks like there's a field trip a-coming.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Is Julie still going to get Valis?
I mean, yeah, but, like, who knows how long that's going to take.
It's fair. I just want to make sure that was...
Yeah. So, yeah, back to you guys.
What's the... I meant to ask you, what's the date again? Or, like, the actual date, the date that we know now.
It is the 9th of Alta Orn. 8th of Alta Orn, I'm sorry.
8th of Alta. Okay.
No, it's in the 9th. It's the 9th.
It is the 9th. I was correct. I was on the wrong page.
You made me scribble out my 9.
I'm sorry. Jesus.
I just did that too, and it was a perfect 9.
Right?
Well, it's the 9th. So we left off with Jadzia, and I'm paraphrasing, saying, kill the fucker. Would Jadzia like to elaborate?
Well, I think the last thing she said before we faded to black was, he was my husband.
True.
But that's so weird. I usually have to be further away.
Well, you gotta get close.
Okay, hi.
Because you're doing mousy voice.
I don't even know when I'm doing it. I don't know. I feel like she would, after kind of dropping that bomb, she would take a very deep breath and then slowly let it out. And her hands will steady themselves a little bit. And then she'll turn back around to the group. I was the one who delivered his soul to a demon. I thought we were going to be done with him. Instead, it seems as though I've created an even worse monster.
So, you're intimately familiar with this demon then? What can you tell us about him?
His name was Darmok. He was a blood mage. He did horrible things. And her hand is going to kind of graze up her arm, and she does have very visible burn marks going basically from the base of her neck all over her body, and she's not covering as much skin as she used to. She's wearing like a short sleeve dress and you can see them. I have his research locked away, of course. I don't know what he's been doing. I can't tell you that. I can't help you with that. But I promise I will do everything in my power to help you destroy him.
And Kalden will like nod at her, and he'll say, like, you can see just like the gears in his head are turning now, because there's like, we've lost a month, and there's a lot to do. So he's just kind of like thinking through what the next kind of things they need to do are. But he'll bow at Jadzia and say, thank you so much for your help. I would be very interested in looking at that research. If there's anything locked away in there that might help us overcome him. I suppose you're like us, as far as we know. All he is doing is working with the Black Hand, but to what capacity, I have no idea. We have no idea how they're communicating or how much power he has over her or is giving to her.
I also have contacts in Brightport. My husband is the son of the current owner of House Dragonkeep. I'm sure that she would also like to put an end to this now.
Tessia Grimness is alive.
And she's going to give like a very small nod and like the tensest of smiles.
Oh my god. That is good news. We are friends of her daughter, Erlov. We've traveled all over Theria with her. We were at the gates. We were at the seal together. And House Dragonkeep is very much a friend of ours. That is good news that she yet lives. Is she in hiding? Why would she keep this?
And she's going, like, her eyes are going to light up a little bit when you say that you were at the seal, because while she wasn't there, she's definitely heard about it. And she might motion, like, whoever's closest to the door, she might motion for them to close it. Like, even though she had been whispering, she'll be like, okay, unless... And then, once the door is closed, she'll sit back down. She's in hiding for the exact reason you would expect. The story of her assassination did, in fact, happen. Only she survived. seemed safer to make sure that she stayed that way by hiding her life. Our love has gone back to Brightport, as far as I know. I saw her recently. And the Black Hand is almost certainly the one who attacked her. So as you can see, we have a lot of stake in your journey. And she's gonna kind of smile at the group, probably assuming you were all there, even though it was 2 of you? I don't know. Anyway, she'll just smile at the whole group. I'm very glad you're the group that came to me with this. I know about the seal. I have friends who were there. Una, of course, and Merrick. And she's gonna look up like, do you know Merrick?
Yeah, like Colin will like look at Braylon and be like, yes, we do know Merrick. Not well, not intimately, but we fought alongside him. Yes.
This is good. I will certainly give you the research that I have, so long as you promise to only use it for good. The magic that he was playing with, well, and she'll hold up her hand like more outwardly now, like this kind of does.
Oh, and like showing off her scars and stuff.
Basically, yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
He was a madman, and I have no delusions that he's changed over time. If anything, he's simply grown more stable, which makes him more dangerous.
I'm sorry for the burden that he has put on your soul, and he'll like gesture to you on your body. But I agree, we will and we need to protect Theria from him, the Black Hand, and others like them. Mayor Grimness Grace, we thought we had more time, and it seems the world has not ended, obviously, which is good, but we don't know how much time we have left. We need to come up with a game plan, and we would very much like to have your counsel on this as we talk it through here. And he'll like look at everyone else. I think there isn't much time that we can spend in Esterholt. We may need to divide and conquer to get the things accomplished here that we need to get accomplished.
Are you talking about splitting the party?
Oh, you know I'm talking about splitting the party.
Wait. Are you talking about cross-country splitting the party?
This is serious.
That I don't know.
Well, some of us gotta go to the Deadwood, right?
Yeah. Maybe 3 of you. Maybe 3 of you head up north, and maybe. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate when you take that tone, Jason.
What? I'm cheering you on.
That's crazy. I'm a good guy. What's the big deal?
Why don't you all just go in different directions and just...
I can hear you flipping the pages in your binder. Just like, it's 3 of you. Yeah, it's just 3 of you. Go right on ahead.
Yeah.
Go
where all the baby heads are.
Like a coven.
All I know is I already died once. Larg died twice. Next should even 5 for both.
Right? I thought that too, Jamie. We should probably start that show up again at some point. Anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright.
What does everyone
what
think?
is everyone else thinking here?
Yeah.
What's everyone doing in the office?
I feel like Larg is very carefully sitting on a chair, worried that he's going to break it.
Aww.
Like when how you can tell when somebody's sitting with like only a quarter of their weight actually resting.
Hey, Jadzia.
Yeah?
What would you say the quality of the chairs are in your office?
No.
The nicest.
The nicest?
He's so self-conscious already.
I
Okay,
think...
Valis
I mean, you're
hasn't
gonna have
sit
to
in any
hold
of these
Valis.
chairs at any given time. Yeah. Unless there's like one chair specifically for Seraph that he specifically picked to be too fragile for Valis to sit in because he's that much of a petty bitch.
Why'd you give me an in? You know what? On a scale of 1 to 10, Larg, let's see how sturdy this chair is.
Oh my god.
I imagine him
Is it really
like,
happening right now?
Splayed and like
Roll for
hands
share.
on knees
Oh, shit.
holding his weight up, you know? Like,
Yeah, or maybe Valis has sat in it so many times that, like, you just kind of wear it out eventually. That's a 3. So, like, Larg... Okay. Do you ever sit in a chair? Usually a kitchen chair. And you could tell that maybe the screws or bolts are just a little loose and it's got a bit of wobble to it, a little lean. So, like, you start putting...
sway.
Yeah, a little bit of sway. So you start putting the weight on the balls of your feet because you don't want to, like, you don't want to be the guy who collapses a chair. So, like, you start, like, you're very uncomfortable, but you're like, I'm listening. Like, that's what's happening right now for Larg.
Yeah, like,
Well, he's,
would
like,
it be weirder
sitting
if
the
I stood
principal's
back up?
Right, exactly. It's like, well, I don't want to be rude, but...
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what any of this is like because I've never sat in a chair before. So
Yeah. As soon as you said, "Have you ever sat in the chair?" I was gone. I was out. I only use standing desks.
I only use a treadmill.
Get out.
desk.
But I haven't told you about my standing desk. I should tell you about yours.
So much more efficient, guys.
Getting all my steps in today.
Oh my god.
So, everyone else?
What exactly was the question that was asked?
What are we going to do here?
Yeah, I guess there wasn't really one, but that's kind of
Okay.
yeah, it's like we kind of need to split up in this city. Like, there's
Or
a lot
general.
for us to do.
Yeah.
And Tatiyana or Jamie, you had a really good idea last time that I don't think you got to voice that you should definitely voice.
Don't fucking do that to me, Ian. I don't know what that was.
Wow.
What
It was a
was
stroke
this
of
idea?
brilliance is what it was.
It's a month and a half ago.
Fair
Can
enough.
you refresh my memory of what this idea might have
I
been?
think it was like Paladins of Cord mount up, see if you can get any other allies along the way while we go swift as we can to the forest.
And we go to the Blacktip Forest to try to get whatever advantage we can.
Yeah,
Right?
and we both meet up at Brightport.
That's much better. That's a much better plan than splitting the party so some people go to the forest and some people go to Esterholt. I mean, Brightport.
Guys, Jason's smiling. Just so you know, as you're talking, Jason's smile keeps getting bigger.
Is that is that metagaming? Is it technically?
No, because if we were playing in real life, we could see him smile in real life.
Oh, true. Very true.
Information that we're robbed of because of the digital.
But I'm having a hard time because Jamie really wants to go to the Blacktip Forest.
Go!
When are they going to get to the fireworks factory?
When are they gonna get to the Ghosty Goo factory?
Yeah.
Seriously, though, go to Blacktip Forest. Not
Tatiyana would say that exact same plan. After Kalden mentions the idea of splitting our forces to sort of conquer everything, Tatiyana will sort of lean into the conversation. I picture her more in the background while there's this exchange between Kalden and Jadzia. And Tatiyana will just slowly sort of walk up and say, well, we do have a lot to address in the city, and we can definitely split up for that. And she'll look around at the party members to sort of signify that we can all do our own thing. But I think really, and she'll look over to Jadzia and start to address just her, I think really what would be best is if the paladins were sent on their way to Brightport, trying to get as much help as possible. And we, sort of gesturing to the group, should go to the Blacktip Forest. Because Vecna said that there was something there that could help us.
Braylon's gonna nod emphatically. Like, yeah, the scary place. Sure, why not? I'm already dead. And he looks at Larg and then shrugs. And you died twice, so fair game, right?
Well, we gotta be able to get there fast. It's so far away.
Huh. I think Braylon would look at Jadzia, say, Miss Mayor, Your Honor, Your Highness. I'm just
Your
gonna be
Grace,
frank.
even.
Your Grace. I'm gonna be frank with you. He's gonna walk up to the desk because he's significantly shorter. He's gonna I guess, look for a chair and hop on it.
One would say Sheldon size, yes.
No, I'm established. And he will say, I'm going to be very frank with you. We haven't had the best of luck with horses or donkeys. And he looks behind him. And he looks to talk to the group. But we could really use some if we're going to get to the Blacktip Forest and then to Brightport afterwards. And I just want to be honest, they might not come back. But I'm trying to be truthful so that maybe you can, lend us, I don't know, one less than there are people here, because technically I could just ride on somebody's back. It's not a big deal.
Jadzia will kind of take all this in, and she's already probably taking out a piece of parchment paper and starting to jot something down, and she'll nod along to that, and then fold it up and hand it to Braylon and say, show this to anyone in the city you need to talk to, and anyone you need a favor from.
He's going to slowly take it and look at it, but not open it. And as he's looking at it, is this like a one-time thing, or can we use this a lot of times?
She's going to huff and say, I did date it.
Okay, so many times one day. Got it. Thank you.
Oh my god. Did we just get Mom's credit card?
A little bit.
Have fun carrying
Mountain Dew and anime figurine.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's gonna take it and put it away, but he's gonna make sure everyone sees him put it away. He's not trying to steal it or anything.
She's then going to turn to Tatiyana and say, do you have any allies that you'd like the Paladins of Cord to speak to on the way to Brightport?
Tatiyana's going to sort of look around towards the group and just look back over towards Jadzia. Unfortunately, your mayorness, the only allies I have are in this room.
That's adorable.
Friendship plus 10.
Oh my gosh, shut up, you guys.
Kalden, you'll remember
Embarrass
that.
me for the mayor.
Braylon like that.
But she will continue, and she'll just say, but if maybe you had any.
Hey, Jason. Do I have any allies between here and Brightport?
Well, let's see here. The problem is, I think they're looking for more of a show of force.
Yeah.
And it ain't like Fairbay's got an army. Whitehedge doesn't really have much of a... They got a town guard. Lockfort's in no situation to help anybody. So, I don't know if you have any people who could take up arms.
That said, Jadzia has an inn with House Dragonkeep, which means she has an intimate understanding of the three houses.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, I feel like she would offer to write to all of the houses to, at the very least, make sure that the houses don't react to the Paladins of Cord entering the city. At the very least, stand down, because we're going to take down your common enemy. But maybe, potentially, she might throw in there that it would be kind of cool if you guys helped out.
Okay. I think that would be a tough pitch.
It would be, and she knows that.
Right. So...
Because they don't have an intimate relationship with her.
No. And essentially what we're saying... okay, it sets a dangerous precedent. It's like, hey, I'm going to send my military force into your city and impose martial law. Or vigilante justice, really.
I think what she would make clear is this is just to fight off the Black Hand. She would probably just let them straight up know there are demons involved. Mm-hmm. And, I know she's a threat to all three of the houses, so they're they are going to leave after the Black Hand is dealt with. That is my, that is my vow. They will leave once the Black Hand is dead.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yes, write this note.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that this is your... It's like, okay, this is the other thing I can help with, but like...
That's the last thing she can help with, basically. Also, she would give them to Seraph because Seraph is the one who could probably get those notes to the right people the best, with the smallest chance of the Black Hand finding out. But that said, the Black Hand could find out if she sends these letters.
Oh, please let the party have to interact with Seraph.
We're gonna have to, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She's been there the whole time.
Do it.
So
Just pops out from the shadows.
I know we mentioned not.
I heard the
not a lot of
door was
armies,
closed.
right? In between, there's not a whole lot of army. There's not a whole lot of like military in between here
No.
and
And
Breitbart.
that's kind of what Jadzia was thinking, is like, okay, you guys are telling me, like, pick up armies on the... There's no armies on the way. Lockford's dead, like...
Are there devout or any, smaller temples or anything like that?
Probably none with a good relation to Cord is the problem. Like...
I mean, at this point, we could even use, like, individuals who show strong leadership, I think. You know? Like, I don't know. Alex has no idea which type of heroes or adventures are between here and there. But I'm sure that Jadzia and maybe, no, Tatiyana might not, because we've been on the same team, but, like, any type of former champions or former adventurers would even be useful, too, in, like, a commanding situation. Because if you just send the paladins in there with their normal leadership, they might not be used to this kind of combat. Like, urban warfare. It just reminds me of, like, modern warfare. Just, like, you sending a bunch of soldiers into fucking Fallujah, you know?
But also, like, who is running House Dragon's Keep now that everyone thinks Tessie is dead, though? Because, like, wouldn't Jadzia have some claim as the daughter-in-law through Valis?
I think it's probably Erelov.
I think it's Erelov. Like, if some... So, from what I understand about what's going on with Brightport right now, is that Tessia's death is kind of assumed to have happened, but Dragon's Keep hasn't said anything about it. So, as far as anyone knows, no one knows who's running it. Like, the Black Hand could assume it's Arlov, she could assume that it's Graddock, or she could fucking assume it's David, for all she knows, because they haven't officially announced who took over.
Well, I just didn't know if, like, that, like, so everyone assuming that Tessie is dead, that would give Jadzia an in to be like, hey, we're gonna take care of business for this house. Like, it's not anything to do with an invading force, it's about...
No, I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
Just because, like, she would be one of the... Like, she's down there, but you'd have to kill a lot of people before that house fell into Jadzia's hands.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, Hammerhand's a bunch of mercenaries. Just offer them money and have them help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not gonna dip into our treasury, guys.
Well, here's what you are gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I want you...
Call in Seraph, yeah.
I want you to roll a persuasion check for this note.
What's Jadzia's persuasion?
+4.
+4.
Can we help in any way?
No, this is all her.
So this is for the notes to the houses, like both of them.
This is how they're going to interpret things.
Okay. Can I roll different for each house? Wouldn't that be more interesting?
You're writing the same note, though, right?
But wouldn't it appeal to, like, okay, like, when people read it a different way, it's like texting on the internet. Some people will think something's sarcastic, and someone will think it's passive-aggressive, and then someone will think it's nice.
So, here's the thing. I know you're doing that because you're thinking of a higher roll. What if you roll lower? Like, what if you get a decent roll, then you roll much lower?
Well, then the decent roll would go to one house, and the much lower roll would go to another house, and at least we'd have one house.
Okay, but I get to decide where it goes.
What if we called it before I rolled?
No.
You know what? That's fair, because it would also probably relate to how they know Jadzia. I'll give it to you. All right, so I roll 3.
Oh, you'll give it to me. Thank you.
We're negotiating.
We're not, though. I thought Izzy left the show. Okay. Do me a favor. D20 +4.
Okay. Just 1? 3? 2? 1?
There are 3 houses. You're not writing to the house that you're... 2.
Hey.
17.
That's not bad.
Alright, and...
18. Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Miss Grimness Grace, would you like to join the party?
No, that life is behind me. Plus, I got shit to do once you guys leave.
Two of us have died. We've all been
yeah,
very
your pitch
close.
is also really terrible. Okay, seriously, could she call Seraphin? At this point,
He'll make his way there soon.
Alright, cool. Just checking, because, she asked for Valis a while ago, but he's probably out and about. I feel like Seraph probably stays closer.
It's a big city.
Yeah. And Seraph probably also found out a while ago that, someone came into the office and the door closed. Just some random kid came up to him and told him. Anyway.
Kalden will also, as all this is happening, if you say we're going to write these letters, Kalden will say, yes, that's very good. We want to keep casualties in Brightport down to a minimum. We either want to draw out the Black Hand or make it so she cannot escape from where she is. And she is very comfortable in her home turf. Both Braylon and I have been there. It is difficult to navigate, even for an army. Now, this also might be a long shot, Mayor Grimness Grace, but do you know if there are any followers of Vecna in your city?
Jadzia would think on that for a minute and narrow her eyes and kind of go through the people she knows and then give a small shake of her head. I'm sure there are many, but as you know, not many followers of Vecna tend to make their worship known.
Right.
If anyone knew, it would be my friend, Seraph. And then there's a knock on the door and there's Seraph.
And everyone looks to the door and no one comes in.
My friend, Seraph.
And then Seraph's on the other side of the door line. Anyway, but she would actually, maybe not in such a goofy way, but she would let you know that Seraph kind of would be the person who knows people's business for the most part. He's the one who knows he's got the tea, sis, is what she's saying.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got the tea.
He gonna spill that tea, sis.
Okay, then, Kalden only alright, then we should maybe,
She's going to, put her hands on the letters that she penned out for the two houses and kind of take a deep breath.
That was fast.
Yeah, she's real fast.
That was so fast.
She writes real fast. Ink dries fast, too. And she'll kind of look over the group. From what I understand about the Black Hand, no matter what I do, very soon after receiving these letters, she will know. I was very careful. I did not put dates or times. We don't really know dates or times, so that's easy. But the element of surprise will almost certainly be lost if I send these.
I see. Yes, you're likely right. I mean, certainly the element of surprise will be up when the troops of Cord show up at the gates of Brightport, but giving us the most surprise would be advantageous, which is, Tatiyana, why I think you're right. We do need to go to the Black Forest to get whatever edge that we can. Okay.
How long would it take the Paladins to get to Brightport and for us to get to the Blacktip Forest and then to get to Brightport?
Oh boy. So the Blacktip Forest is
long.
It's not close.
Mm.
Let's say you guys got horses, which it sounds like you're going to do.
By the way, in case, you need to know, all that letter says is, by order of the mayor, I owe you one if you do them a favor. They're doing official business. Please supply them with what they need.
No, I'll take care of that in a minute.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Got it.
Cool.
There's going to be some dice rolls.
Yeah, they need more stuff, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Group B needs more.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Man, I was
We
just
need to
saying this on
I think they
extended
should go-
res.
they
We
should
need to
take that
succeed.
letter to the Temple of Cord and get all 3 of the weapons.
I was
And just hang
thinking.
them all from one belt.
Yeah, I was thinking that. And while their armor gets polished, blowjobs all around. That's what I was
Oh
thinking.
my god.
Yeah,
Do we have
that's-
to roll for those, or are we just...
Scale of 1 to 10. How much teeth? No.
Oh, damn.
1 is too much teeth.
Impressive.
So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, let me tell you, if you were to haul ass and stop minimally, you could probably get to the Black Tip Forest maybe 4 days. Like, we're talking minimal stops, go. Maybe even a level or 2 of exhaustion. How long it takes you to find what you're looking for in the forest is up to you. And then to get from the Black Tip Forest to Brightport is probably another 3 days.
This thing better be fucking worth it. Whatever Vecna told us to get. Oh my god.
Her
That's a week.
middle
It's a
name
week in the
is
wilderness camp.
Charles.
It's the same
Isn't that
shit.
And
ridiculous?
so then from Esterholt to Brightport for the Paladins.
But the Paladins would take longer because they're
Might
a
be
mobile
slower,
force.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but all they got to do is march from Esterholt to Brightport.
exactly.
They're
So
going to
you
be
guys
on the
have to
main
go back.
road. They're going to be so.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, you might end up meeting around the same time.
Okay, so I picture like all of us standing around a table looking at a map and like figuring out the travel times of like what are our options here? And Tatiyana's gonna start sort of like point at this map, if I don't know, whatever, if it's like hand drawn, whatever would work. And just say, well, what if we made sure to meet somewhere in the middle, like Aldmore, and then we can go full force from Aldmore to Brightport?
Yes, I think that is a great idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Larg. I was out of the chat. I was looking at the map.
You literally just said what I was typing. It's fine.
There's the map, by the way.
What about now? I know I've asked about this in the past, but it was sort of like, well, we're not in a big city. Is like scrolls of teleportation or something an option? Is that something we might be able to get in Esterholt?
That's pretty high level magic. Your best bet for something like that would be Umanero. There are artifacts that offer teleportation, but there's usually it's not a perfected way to travel. There was one that Group 3 used, where it could drop them off 100 feet in the air and break their legs if they're lucky. So it's not a preferred way to go for most people.
Well, Kalden will bring that up. What about teleportation? And he'll say this, yeah, like, I know it's high level magic. I don't know if it's available here in Esterholt, and it's incredibly risky for those that use it. But if we need to make up lost time and we need to do it swiftly, then it's a brainstorm. No bad ideas.
I feel like Braylon just looks at him and just has this look on his face like, the only teleportation I've ever seen or used was when we went up north. Or, no, not north. What do I go?
Yes.
Talor. Thank you, God. Thank you, Holy Spirit in the sky who manages everything. Yeah, Talor. Talor was the only, like, he'll bring it up. He'll be like, Talor was the only place, and, I mean, you know, Dagon had to, and he'll mimic Dagon grabbing the gates with his hands to charge it up.
Right. Well, he'll turn to Jadzia. I don't suppose you have a big magic gate and a spare scion, do you?
She'll shake her head. Just, nah.
All right. Well, the fastest horses it is then. But Tatiyana, yes, I think you're right. That's exactly what we should do. He's gonna turn to like Larg and Elena, and he's gonna say, Larg, Elena, Larg, you're a paladin. Elena, you are our best fighter. Do you think you would want to go and talk game plan with Julie and Una and the Paladins of Cord, sort of like fill them in on what we need to do and where they need to go and how we're going to meet up?
While I can fight and hit things, I'm not a strategist. I've always done this on my own. I don't know how to arrange an army.
But you're a pragmatist, and that's the kind of thinking that we need. That's the kind of thinking that Julie will respond to also. She's very logical and very smart, but she has a way of approaching things.
Then I'll try, I guess.
Julie also didn't get credit for being at the seal earlier, but Una did. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You're right. I should have said Julie as well.
Story of her life.
Oh.
And who else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Nah, never mind. It's not important.
Quietly seethes. Just...
To be
It's
fair,
still my books. Why should I give her any credit?
there was a fuck ton of us at the seal. To be fair,
There were a lot of people.
Kalden will also say, and we need to fill the Paladins of Cord on our last resort, our sort of secret weapon, if you will, on dealing with the Black Hand.
What's that?
The spell, good sir. The spell in our bit of information.
Mm.
Are you guys,
Wait, what are we
Jadzia
talking
that
about?
spell? The spell that smells spelly?
What?
The murder spell.
The murder spell.
There's a murder spell?
Kalden's murder spell.
You know how
Oh,
Kalden
Kalden's
Fun
murder
fact.
spell.
Oh, that murder
Got
spell.
it. I was so confused. I was like, damn, I'm really missing stuff, huh?
So, okay, how about we do this? Because it sounds like you guys have a game plan, I guess. So, how's about we do a little something where we roll for horses? How about we do that? Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna get 6 horses. You're each gonna have a horse.
Oh,
I can own one.
You get your own
Gonna have to
because
do that.
this is a progressive city and they view halflings as people. So,
Oh my goodness!
yep.
Holy
I feel like
schmuck.
you're gonna have to invest. Settle down.
Oh, this is like the San Francisco of cities. I'd be
Oh,
careful.
I'm in.
Okay.
You gotta get in soon, though.
Yeah, you gotta like.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking post-apocalyptic prices will be even better. So
Yeah, well, then maybe you move a little slower. So here's what we're gonna do. I want to have an overall roll to see the basic speed of these horses, right? To see if you're getting top shelf or if you're getting like he's like, I'm not doing her a favor. I'm not giving these guys my best horses. Like I'm gonna give them horses, but.
Don't want to get in trouble with the mayor, but
Yeah.
I hate this. so-
Technically, I did the thing you said, but we'll see. Or maybe they're like, "Oh, the mayor wants." Here's.
I heard
So-
this story from a guy in Lockford.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah, he didn't get them horses back.
No. So that's what we're going to do first. Is we are going to.
He didn't get him whole. He didn't get him back whole. that's
No.
for sure.
So we're not going to roll individually, but we're going to do one roll. Who'd like to be our first roller? Who'd like to volunteer?
You just said you weren't going to do them individually. You're only going to do one roll. And then you
Oh,
do
I didn't say
one
that would be
first
the only
roll.
roll, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There are
that's
other
probably more than
rolls.
one. I'll do
Yeah,
the
yeah.
horses, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So this is just general
Make sure you
speed.
spin it so it's fun.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Though.
Make sure you spin it so it's fun. So on a scale of 1 to 10, roll a flat d10 for me. How fast are these horses? The Ford Fiesta of horses.
Oh, God damn it.
Unless 4 is good. Is 4 good? 4 is,
They're low
4 is
average.
typically
That's a
good.
D plus, so no.
It's a 4. It's, they're not, it's still faster than on foot. So here's the part where we're going to start rolling individually. Quality and aesthetically, what are your horses like? And one by one, you're each going to roll a flat d10. Starting with Larg.
I guess I got that coming. I got a 7.
Nice.
A 7.
It's a good looking horse.
He's a good horse.
He's a good horse.
He's got all 4 of his paws.
Kallie, aesthetically and structurally. A 6.
It's pretty
Pretty
good.
good horse. Kalden.
Come on, good pony.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, very
I
nice. Look at all
saddle.
this.
Hey, come in.
My pony.
I'm sensing a new intro.
Tati, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oops. I'm trying to pick it up. Here we go.
Okay, a 3.
A smelly horse. Maybe it's just a stinky horse.
Elena.
I'm just glad I wasn't like the first one to get a bad number. So the pressure's off.
Yeah. 7.
Holy moly.
And finally, Braylon.
Guys, ready to see a donkey? There it is.
Another 3. All right.
Twinsies.
The minute you got a 3, I was like, me too. I know already.
Ours are brother, sister, grandma, cousins.
Yeah, grandma cousins. They're
Grandma
inbred
cousins.
horses. So they're definitely donkeys.
Hey, one of my
So-
horses' legs is smaller than the other 3. Oh.
Last and certainly not least, because I want you to get really attached to these horses.
I'm already super attached to my horse.
Oh, good. Because the last thing is, all of these horses have names. So what I want to do is, okay, each one of you, we're going to go back down the list. You're going to roll 2 d10s for me. Larg, 2 d10s, please.
That's 7 and a 4.
7 and a 4. Lizard phase.
Yes!
Wait, lizard face?
Lizard face.
Larg looks suspiciously at his horse.
It's the Pippin of horses.
Are these gonna be like track horses? Like, we got a lizard face, we got a lizard face, we got a lizard face. Santa's little helper coming down the track.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Kallie, 2 d10s, please. Oh, wow, you were ready with that.
Is mine gonna be lizard something too?
All the ones in the 70s are lizards.
Lalia Warpclaw.
What was it? Sorry.
What's it?
Lalia Warpclaw.
Oh.
Does her horse have
It's got a
claws?
first and last name, a surname.
Okay.
Of the Esterholt work clause.
Of the
Fancy.
Esterholt Warpclaws. Jeez, who's next? Kalden. 2 d10s, please.
35.
Wait, how did you get a 35 on 2 d10s?
You did a percentage dice, so it
I
should
did
be
percentage
8.
dice.
That
Oh, did you
perplexed
want me
for
to
a
like
sec-
do them added up?
No, just 2 d10s.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing percentage dice.
Oh, no, sorry.
Or you
just,
can
like,
do a
find out
3
what
and a
your name is.
5.
Woo!
Or that 2 and a 3. Oreo Lavender.
Oh my god!
You
I
must
love
protect
him.
at all costs.
I like that based on their names is how much you guys love these horses.
And their
Oh,
derpy
and it-
little faces.
It's got to have that like black and white splotchiness going
Oh,
on.
God, yes.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
All right.
I like a horse named Skittles.
Best horse. Okay. Tati. 2 d10s, please. Wow.
Oh boy.
Spike Stormcry.
Fuck yes! Fuck yes, Spike.
That's the best.
The
horse name.
edgelord horse.
He's got his mane coved over one eye.
He's like a jet black. Always moody and brooding.
Has a leather coat on.
The mane is over one side of the face, over the
Oh
eye.
my god.
Spiked collar.
That's why he's a 3, is because he doesn't cooperate with anybody.
No. Oh, man.
Oh, man, you don't have enough badges to train Spike.
Elena, 2d10s, please. Gargle Mind.
What?
That horse is definitely a wizard in disguise.
That horse's eyes point in different directions. Like a chameleon.
I wish you would all stop attacking my dog.
That?
The word gargle.
That's like a mental disorder in theory. It's like, he's got gargle mind. All right. Jeez. Braylon.
Give me a second. Someone's at my door. Hold on.
Oh.
It's like,
that's perfect. I need to get rid of this cat.
you know, it's like to me. It seems like Larg and Elena were arguing on the way to get the horses, and they named each other's horses. They're mad at each other.
Yours looks like a lizard face. Yeah, well, yours a gargle face.
Well, yours is a gargle mind.
His lizard face?
I'm just gonna call mine Leah.
Yeah. Oreo, Spike, and Gargle Mind.
Gargamel.
Yeah, Gargamel. It's an evil wizard.
Oh yeah, from the Smurfs.
I had a rabbit named Oreo many moons ago.
I had a rabbit named Oreo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It peed on me a lot.
My God, Oreo's my safe word.
Oh my God, she's not lying. She's told me that before.
Oh my
That's
God.
legit.
That's a
Here's
good
the
safe
thing,
word.
though.
That's a good safe word, unless you're incorporating food into the love
Here's
making.
the thing, guys. What she's not telling you is it's not even wholly sexual. It's also when they annoy each other too much.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
I had that with my parents. Yeah. Hey man, whatever works.
Like they needed to tell me to calm down, but I didn't like it when they told me to calm down. So we said Tootsie Roll.
Aww.
It's got to be something sweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
To combat all of the saltiness.
Hatred.
The word.
Okay.
Braylon,
Yes, sir.
2d10s, please.
Ooh, come on, Sparkle Mane. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh man, if one of you got Sparkle Horse, that'd be great. I don't even think anyone remembers that terrible band.
Rump Dropper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Braylon's horse
That is
twerk?
100% a donkey.
Yep, I do it. I as soon as he was like, "Oh, if you go on," I was like, "I'm gonna get a donkey in this game." I already know.
Rum.
Remember when we thought Rusty and Dusty were silly names?
It's the past.
I feel like Rump Dropper is a horse that should automatically play some Little John song. I don't know which one.
I feel like that's the horse who has to be in the back because he won't stop pooping.
Terrible for escaping stealthily.
He's got hip dysplasia.
Oh, that's why they have the smallest one right now.
Yeah.
So it just looks like he's shaking them cakes all the time, but actually
He's actually in tremendous pain.
he's in horrible pain. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
My heart hurts for this imaginary horse.
Well, he'll
that's why he
make
gave them names, you guys.
he'll make some nice glue after this. So.
After this, halfway through this.
I think you guys have killed enough four-legged animals for a while. Let's try to keep these ones alive.
These ones are gonna live.
These ones are gonna live.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride Oreo Lavender into Brightport, and I'm gonna kiss him on his nose.
So
We're going to return out of the Blacktip Forest with only gargle mouth.
So to remind everybody, Larg is going to be riding Lizard Face. Kallie has Lalia Warp Claw. Kalden has Oreo Lavender. Tati has Spike Storm Cry. Elena has Gargle Mind. And finally, Braylon bringing up the rear with Rump Dropper.
They got progressively worse.
They did.
And a spike is pretty cool. Pretty badass name. You should get him a spiked collar.
It just sounds like a booty poppin' anthem. Like, it's so...
Yeah!
You're done with the political discussion. You're done talking to Jadzia. And you... I mean, you have the run of Esterholt. Not to do whether you don't kill anyone, but I mean, you guys...
Have we never done that kind of stuff? Come on.
No! I know. Well, okay, here's the thing.
Old group one? Come on.
That's very old group one, but every time you guys get kicked around, I'm worried that you're just going to start kicking back against the world. So, like, I'm worried you're going to walk into town. It's like, if we kill everyone before they can kill us, then...
That's a very...
Then our luck turns around.
Exactly.
It's a very Joker way to look at the problem. I don't think you have to worry about that.
But, I mean, the last time you guys were in a town, one of you... was beaten up and jumped off of a balcony to save face. So, I mean...
Yeah, because they came at us.
Yeah, and that was cool anyway. And that was awesome. So the ends justified the means.
Yes, that is true. You also ran over a child.
Well, the donkeys ran over a child.
I was dead at the time.
Yeah.
That's true. I think...
That's your alibi.
That's it.
And I was high, so that's not...
and I was technically a different me, so, like...
Hey man,
It's all good.
This all holds up in court, by the way.
Yeah. And I think this all loops back to when you guys were talking to Una. It sounds like you are all insane if you really break out everything in a literal sense. But you guys have free run all over Esterholt, and it sounded like you guys wanted to split up, get a couple of things done, maybe? You've got these lovely horses, including, but not limited to, Rump Dropper.
The best of them.
Yeah. The hero you need. I imagine some shopping is... So, this is a weird thing, but we don't usually talk about this. Aesthetically, is there anything you guys want to get done? Maybe visit the barber? You want to pick up some new duds? You want to... is there anything that you guys care about that you can only do in town, I guess?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I need to buy arrows and bolts.
Okay.
Because I have realized that my crossbow has 3 bolts left.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. We'll get that. Oh, well, yeah, it's been a while.
I've only used it. I think I've only used it 7 times in one episode. It was against the Clacors way back in the day. Maybe against something else, but yeah, I ran out. I'm gonna run out.
I think I need to get a new hunting knife because I gave mine away.
Yeah, I wanted to get a new weapon too.
Okay. We can totally do that.
Kalden's gonna give the Diracha venom to Tatiyana and be like, I don't know how to get this sold, but something tells me that you will. See if you can find a good price for it, and if I'm on the lookout for something some kind of item magically imbued that can help me understand magic a little bit better, like the arcane, the actual learning of it. So if you see anything like that and it's within our price range, please find it, please get it.
She'll pocket the venom and say, I'll see what I can do. I'm not one who really knows magic, so if anybody else wanted to try and help me out with that one.
And specifically, I'm looking for a headband of intellect, like if there's something like that. Yeah. I don't know what form that takes in
Walmart's not going to have that, so we need a different one.
There's you're in a good city for that type of stuff, because there's some higher end shops here, so it's not like you guys stopped in Dern Hollow or something. So, let's do this. Excellent. Okay. So, let's start with the little stuff. Who needs crossbow bolts? Who needs arrows?
Braylon needs both of those.
Tatiyana needs arrows.
Okay. So, I'm going to slide both these into your inventory. Take out 2 gold, please.
Oh,
yeah,
cheap, not bad.
It's plentiful here. You're good.
Nice.
And Tati... Boop. Arrows. Anybody else?
Well, I need some crossbow bolts, but I don't want to pay for them. So
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
It's 2 gold.
It's a gold. You're not even getting both. You're just getting arrows. Like it's just... Or crossbow bolts.
yeah, crossbow bolts.
Yeah, it's 1 gold.
Yeah, but for 4,
For
that's
20.
25 cents a bolt.
It's
No,
20.
how many do I get? Because I didn't think it...
You got 20 of each.
No, crossbow says ammo 10, and then vicious sword bow ammo 20.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm looking at your... Oh, this is Elena. Sorry. That's why I didn't see them. Huh. Yeah, man, you're good.
Really?
I'm looking at them.
How come on my action sheet it's just crossbow hand?
You have to up the amount. So, like, okay, look. You have a total of 20 crossbow bolts. No, 30. And then you have 20 arrows.
I see the 20 arrows. I don't see the... I can do it manually? I can just type in the number? Okay.
Yeah.
30.
Boom.
Oh, so many circles.
There you go.
So, how many arrows did I buy? Sorry.
20. They come in bundles of 20.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yeah, because if you buy them by the arrow,
Mm-hmm.
it's like buying 1 nectarine. It's like, just buy a fucking pound. Like, it becomes that.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay, so if I buy 20, that means I'll have 36?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'll do that.
Is that worth a gold to you?
I know, but like everyone else is like topping off, so I feel
Okay.
pressured to.
Yeah, peer pressure. I was gonna
You
say
never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of like having a mouse set up on your computer, you know?
Yeah. Hold on. Boop. So we'll just Shazam. Boom. Now you got 40 of them. You'll never use that many.
Yeah.
No. I've used 10 for all of Arc B.
Yeah. Maybe
Are
that's
you gonna
the...
take out 1 gold, or
RP.
should I?
Take it out. You got it. I trust you. Though after what you said, maybe I shouldn't, but I
Joke's
trust
on
you.
you. I
Don't
added
wanna
1
pay.
gold.
And then I have some other like markety things, but did you want to just go?
Give me your shopping lists, guys. Let's do
well,
this.
Not well. I've got things that I want to sell and shop for. So would you prefer shopping list first?
Let's do the selling first, because that'll
Okay.
decide how much money you got to play with.
Well, I have this Diracha Venom.
Okay.
I have 12 precious gems that are 100 gold apiece.
Mm-hmm. To the right buyer. Let's see if you got
To the
it.
right buyer. To the right buyer.
Yeah.
And a gem-studded robe. I would love somebody to take a look at.
Oh, the Ric Flair robe. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. Holy shit. Okay, so. The plague robe. Okay. So, let's see.
How much is the Bella Vecna worth? I think I don't know.
I mean, I know a cult. Yeah, I know a cult in town.
Cut to Larg trading it for a sandwich.
Yeah. I'm all out of gold. Guess I'll just I've got this whole thing we're not gonna use.
Doesn't work very good.
Yeah. Don't ring it.
Wait, did we never talk to Una's dad?
Oh yeah,
Sheriff?
We were gonna talk to Sarah for something. I forget. Yeah, you're right.
Well, to know if he knew any Vecna followers.
Yes.
Because you said there were some people in town. I'm like, really?
That's right, because we were all waiting for Sarah to show up, and he never showed up.
No, that's kind of him. All right, so let's run down this. So you have 12 of those lovely gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
You have that the Ric Flair rope. You have the Diracha venom. Now, what I'd like you to do is give me a persuasion check, or a raw charisma check, whatever you're feeling better at.
Check to see what my persuasion. Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm a rogue.
Right. Forgot where I was for a second here. Here we go. I'm gonna try to persuade. Wacha.
Well, that was almost a 3, and 19 is way. Yeah, so 25. Guess what? You're gonna make out like gangbusters. There's a guy named Yost.
I'm a great fence.
You are. So Yost is in he's in the market for some different stuff, and he will buy all of your goods with a 25. Hell yeah, he'll buy all your goods. Now, the coat or the rope, he can give you 700 gold.
See, I want to figure out what it is before I just hand it over.
See, that'll cost you. He's offering to buy it off of you right off the bat. He's like, "Oh, this is beautiful. That's 700 gold."
Oh, so he's obviously interested in this coat over all of my other wares. That's interesting. I think Tatiyana probably would sort of pull back if that were the case. And I'm gonna keep it.
Ooh,
I'll sell everything else. I'm gonna actually take this Yost and see if there's anybody in town who might be able to identify its origin.
Okay, that's fine. So let's talk about gemstones. I think you'd get 90% of their value from Yost.
Okay.
He would buy each one of these for 90 gold a pop.
Deal.
Okay. And finally, the venom.
Mm-hmm.
This happens to be a rare venom.
I know you're excited.
What it does is it makes cats. It's he's gonna offer you 250 gold for this single dose of Diracha venom.
The deal. And Tatiyana would ask as well about any sort of arcane learning merchandise that Yost may have. Just curious.
Yeah, give me a flat D20. Let's see what he would have. Jesus, that's lucky. Okay.
Hot hands.
On fire.
18. As luck would have it, crazy enough, he would have a headband of intellect. He would actually have... So, if you picture Yost's shop, there's a lot of glass cases full of shiny, wonderful, rare items.
Yeah.
Like, you could go hog wild in here. An adventurer could have a field day.
How much does he want for this band of intellect?
Take it.
Like,
Stormy's
it's
like,
the second I jump into a Skype call, he starts getting so jealous, and he just... Sorry.
Yost has a cat.
A needy cat.
It's a very needy cat. The kind of cat who likes to sleep in your toilet paper.
That seems so specific.
Factual.
It's pretty specific. It's very... Give me 1d4. You're hoping for low numbers. 200 gold.
Buy 5 of them.
Tatiyana, how much was it? You said 200?
Yep.
I'll give you 150 for it, Ghost.
Wow. Give me a persuasion check. If you get a 15 or higher, deal.
I mean, I just did 2 pretty good rolls. I don't know, yeah.
10. Okay. And he's going to say 250.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Okay. Totally fine. Totally fine. Now, let's talk about... Let's... Is there anything else that you would be after? Like... You're perusing, you're looking around. Are you looking for new weapons? Maybe some new armor?
Yeah, so like the last 3 enemies we fought, all of my piercing damage didn't do anything, and that sucked. So Tatiyana is looking for something else.
Okay. Like a blunt weapon? Or like
see, I'm not sure if there would be anything that she could still use. If there, like, maybe are different types of arrows that would do something like fancy arrows.
Let me hook you up. So, Yost would have a host of different arrows. Now, they're not cheap, for the most part. It's a little pricier because, you know, they're specialty items. But he has flame arrows and lightning arrows. He has a walloping arrow. Which essentially can knock creatures prone.
Ooh.
You can also just get arrows that are +1, +2, +3, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really wanted to spend some cash, you can get something called an arrow of slaying, which are arrows that are imbued with magic. And essentially, you can pick a type of creature or a race or something, and you do way more damage to that particular type of creature or race. So, like, let's say if you were a racist, and you said, you know what, I hate drow. You could say, you know, you can imbue it that's like fucking drow. So every time you hit a drow, the creature has to make a constitution save. If they fail, they take 6d10 extra damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
These arrows are not cheap.
How much are they?
I'm basing your buying potential off of your original persuasion check, and your selling potential off of that 10. So it's...
Okay.
So, for each arrow, these would probably run you about $3,000.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here, Yost.
Well, I'll say this. Let's say you said, human. And let's say you were attacking the Black Hand.
Yost doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't. I know that, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, but see, Yost, there's always the chance that, you know, I spend $3,000 on this arrow and then miss. So.
And Yost would say, that sounds like a you problem. That sounds like you need to go to the range.
You know what? I'm not appreciating the customer service here, Yost. I brought in all of these wonderful wares for you to be able to provide the people of this city, and I think I'm going to take my business elsewhere. And Tatiyana is going to get up from the counter, and she is going to leave.
Ooh. Give me an intimidation check. Unless you're bluffing.
Oh, no, I'm not bluffing.
Okay, that sounds pretty... Okay, it's 13. Yost is going to say, okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. Perhaps there's some less expensive wares I can show you.
Tatiyana with like 1 foot out the door. Oh, trust me, I can afford it, and she is gonna still leave.
Oh, that's so tough.
Big mistake. Huge
Walking down the street.
But you sold your stuff.
Right. I got some money.
Okay. You're walking away with 1,330 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Tatiyana, my best friend. Remember how stuff the one time?
Well, what about everybody else here? Like, what's the plan? What is everyone doing? I was gonna say on your last day of Earth. It's like that's not true. Like, what's everyone doing while you're in town? Like, you're getting ready to leave and go on a journey.
Larg would not have gone shopping. He actually would have broken away to go up to the orphanage.
Oh.
He gave all his money away to rent the room anyway. So.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Any particular reason, or just kind of old stomping grounds type of thing?
Kind of old stomping grounds thing, I guess.
Okay.
He'd probably do that thing for a while. Maybe an hour, I don't know, where he would like hang around outside and not want to knock on the door, because if he knocks on the door, then he has to talk to somebody.
Fair.
But he's kind of just watching for a little while, just kind of trying not to be creepy, but he's a 6'6" undead half-orc hanging outside of an orphanage, so he's very aware of that, so he's alternately really kind of curious and then kind of embarrassed and then curious again.
Aww.
But eventually, he will work up the courage to knock on the door.
And a gentleman is going to open the door. Can I help you?
I know there was like a headmistress of this place or whatever, but was there like a specific teacher or caretaker or something that he was familiar with while he was there?
That would probably be Harley Kirk.
That would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd be looking down. He wouldn't like make eye contact with this guy when he opens the door, and he would go, yes. I was just wondering if Harley was here.
Yes. Do you want me to take you to her?
Oh yeah. Yeah, please. That'd be okay.
And he's a little put off. One, I feel like Larg's a bit of an intimidating figure, especially now that he's all sepia tone.
He's a black and white movie.
Yeah, he's very noir right now. So, like, but yeah, he would lead you to. There'd be an office here. Are you okay? Are you still wearing the helmet and everything?
No, he's got the helmet off. He thought about wearing it, but he's got it off. He's got it tucked under his arm.
Okay. So, this gentleman is going to knock on Harley's door, and she'll say, "Come in," and he's going to open it and just kind of gesture. It's like, "Here you go," and maybe stick around for just a minute. It's like, what exactly do you want? Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, he'll wait for a minute and like, oh, you're not going to go in, okay, and then he'll like shoulder his way through the doorway because he's probably as wide as it. And he'll kind of, again, he's not making eye contact right away, but he'll just be like, hey, hi.
So it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I think, based on your recent changes alone, it would probably take her a bit. Like, she'd like, you know, that deer in the headlights look that people get when it's like, hi, how are you? It's like, oh my God, I don't remember your name. Like, it's like, did I work with you? Did we go to school? Shit. Like, it's that thing. So you're going to see her process that, like, can I help you?
Yeah, it's Larg. Hi.
And she's gonna do that. Oh, go ahead.
It was just like if he'll kind of jump on it too and be like, you probably don't remember this. Okay.
No, and it's there'd be this moment of recognition where her eyes just kind of pop open. It's like, oh my God, it's Larg.
Yeah. You know, I just in town. I didn't really expect to be, but I thought, I thought it might be I might want to come by. You know, if you're busy, that's okay. I can go, but you know.
She would definitely jump up from her desk and race over and pull Larg in for a hug. She'd probably only come up to like chest high on Larg.
Yeah, he'd be actually really surprised by that, and then he'd eventually like give her kind of a light hug back. And he still hasn't really made eye contact with her or anything, but he's just like, just because of the way I left last time, I wanted to just come back and say hi because I didn't really get to say goodbye last time, so I felt really bad about that.
Of course, please sit down. We were all concerned. We didn't know what happened. Are you in contact with your brother? Tell me everything about yourself. It looks like you're getting no sun.
Well, yeah, it's a really long story. We probably don't have time. I'm sure you're busy, but yeah, I haven't really seen Hoog since we left. But I'm a paladin now, and he'll kind of like jingle his holy symbol. So I felt bad about kind of the way that me and Hoog were when we were here, and after I didn't see him anymore, I decided to try to be a little bit better, because I know I wasn't real nice when I was here, and I'm doing okay. I thought I was doing okay, pretty good for a little while, but it's hard, Wow,
it is so nice to see you again. What city are you a paladin for?
Well, that's hard to say. Dawnhurst, I guess, but I don't know if you've heard that. Yeah.
She's gonna hold a hand up to her heart. I am so sorry. I heard from the town criers a couple of weeks ago that it's an awful bit of business up there.
Well, good news is me and my friends, we got rid of all the demons and the horrifying flesh monsters. That was us. But then some gang took over and we had to leave. But hopefully they can come back someday. But I don't want to waste your time. I just want to let you know that I'm trying to be a lot better, and I'm really sorry for everything from before.
Well, we, believe it or not, have more than a few children who suffer through growing pains here. It's a lot more common than you think. And I'm really glad to see that you've turned out okay. You're relatively safe?
Well, he'll kind of chuckle and be like, "Oh, well, it's been a hard road, but I made some good friends, and they've been really nice, and it's really made me think about things a lot. So, I didn't know if I was going to be able to come back to Esterholt anytime soon, so I thought this would be a good time to come say hi,
There's going to be a look of like, oh, I almost forgot. This, like, she's kind of, this is so out of the blue. Mm. And she's going to, she was sitting on the side of her desk, and she's going to spring up and run to one of the drawers, in her top drawers. She's going to rifle through some things, and she's going to produce a letter that is sealed, and she's then going to take off this bracelet she's wearing, and she's going to say, this may seem silly to you, but I want you to have this. It's something I considered a bit of a good luck charm, and I don't know how you're going to interpret this, but again, kids here have a hard time. They are usually orphaned, and it can take a while to find your footing. I assume you remember when you and Hoog fought.
Yeah, I mean, which time, right? Yeah, I remember.
Well, I'm not sure whose tooth this is, but I took it and bronzed it, and it's been a charm on this neck, this bracelet for a long time, and I want you to have it.
And he'll like be surprised and then kind of touched and then surprised again and then confused.
Right? Yeah, it's.
And he'll look at it and he'll kind of hold his hand out to take it, and look at it and be like, "Yeah, this is probably my tooth, but thank you for my tooth."
Again, I know it might seem strange, but I don't necessarily look at these fights. As much as we want to stop them, it's nothing that can't be recovered from. And I think a lot of the kids, when they grow up, they look back on moments like that, and they see how much they've changed, usually for the better. And I thought it might be a nice reminder.
He'll kind of just move it around in his hand, kind of like almost like a prayer beads or something like that. Kind of just move it around and just be like, yeah, I like that. That's nice. Thank you. I didn't know you kept that. He'll kind of also be like, he'll turn his attention after a minute from that and then kind of be curiously looking at the letter in her hand too.
We received that about 4 years ago, and it was addressed to you, and we didn't really know what to do with that. So I've just kept it in my desk. We didn't exactly have a forwarding address.
No, yeah, that makes sense. And he'll just kind of like, he doesn't want to ask for it, but he's kind of just looking at it.
Yeah, she'll hand it over if the necklace, the bracelet was more significant to her, but it's like, take your mail, like that's.
Yeah, and he'll like take a gauntlet off and like slide the bracelet on, and it's probably like tight on, really super tight on him, but he'll put but he'll take it and then he'll look at the letter. Is there any like mark on the outside of it, or?
Just that it's addressed to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the handwriting is a little. It's not elegant.
Yeah, if you open it up.
Okay. So, some of the spelling is off, and it looks like someone was gripping a writing implement with their fist and wrote it like a caveman. Like, there are points on this parchment where the quill almost pressed to the other side of it, like it's digging into it almost. Essentially, this is an invitation to come up north. And it's written by Hoog.
Up north.
Specifically, near the Hazon Mountains. And again, this is from 4 years ago. But it's a strange letter in that it's almost openly antagonistic. But it is inviting you to join a group that Hoog is a part of. But it's also carefully worded. It's like, oh, and if that doesn't sound good, fuck you. We can finish what we started and we'll fight. Like, it's
like, come to the Hazon Mountains if you want an ass kicking?
Oh, kind of. It's like 50-50. It's like, look, I had this stunning job opportunity. or I'll fuck you up. Like, it's just, it's very...
Or if you're a bitch, yeah.
Right, it's okay. Imagine that frat bro you went to school with also sold, like, fucking LuLaRoe pants. Like, it's very weird. It's like, I got a stunning business opportunity, you fuck. Like, it's weird.
So he's not... This isn't like, hey, bygones be bygones and all that kind of stuff. This is like...
I think the door is open for that.
Okay.
But, again, it's also, like, it could turn on a dime, I think, is how I would read it.
But it's still 4 years old, so who knows?
Exactly,
okay.
Who knows? He could have gotten better or worse. Maybe he looks at it like you rejected his offer, or maybe, like, I don't know.
Okay, so he'll read it, and he'll kind of look at it for a minute after he's done reading it, and he'll look at her and be like, "This is Hoog. I didn't know he could write. Well, thanks for keeping it. I didn't know where he was. Maybe he's still there."
Did you read this out loud?
I don't think he would have read it out loud.
Okay. Well, I hope you two make up.
I'm kind of glancing out at the letter. Yeah. I don't know about that. Maybe. Hopefully. He'll fold it up and he'll put it in like a pouch or something like that and be thank you. You didn't have to keep any of that stuff when we ran away. But thank you.
Larg, we all make mistakes when we're younger. All of us. There's always going to be something you look back on and aren't terribly proud of. And that's just part of growing up. Trust me, every one of the kids here have done something that they're going to be ashamed of in 10 or 15 years.
And I feel like he'll finally like make eye contact with her and make it really obvious. I'm sure it's been pretty obvious this whole time that he's what he is, but he'll finally like be able to look at her and be like, well, me and my friends we're gonna go do the best we can, and if we make it, maybe I'll come back and I'll stay for longer and maybe talk to some of those kids.
I think they'd really like that. Oh, before you go, I was just about to serve these to the kids, and I think your friends, how many of them are there?
He'll count on his fingers. There's 5. Yeah, 5.
So she is going to grab 6 of these huge cookies. And she's gonna kind of bundle them up and wrap them up and hand them over to Larg. Wherever you're going, I wish you the best of luck and come back anytime, okay?
Yeah, hey, just curious, I'm sure there's still a bunch of like half-orc kids here. Are there any here that are kind of like roll his eyes a little bit, but like, like we were?
Well, it can be tough for half-orc children because they're trying to find their way. They're not always as accepted as we'd like them to be. Some of the drow children too. It can be tough, but I feel like this is the best city to raise kids like that. I mean, I would have hated to see an institution like this in Overwatch.
And he'll kind of nod and be like, yeah. Well, if there's one that you think, could use the help, kind of like I did, he'll take out his prayer book, his old dog-eared Arathis prayer book, and be like, "Would you give him this and see if it helps?"
I will.
Okay. I should probably go. I don't know where everybody else is, but Thanks for seeing me, and thanks for all this stuff.
She's gonna give you this really, this really warm smile. The kind of smile where you could tell someone's thinking a lot, but not saying a lot necessarily.
Mm.
Good luck, Larg.
Thanks. And he'll turn to leave, but then he'll go back for a hug, and then he'll leave.
Aw. I like that you did a real Dog the Bounty Hunter thing, where it's like, oh, these trouble kids, they need God. That's what they need. That's not gonna get...
That'll set them straight.
Yeah.
Can we all meet? I'm just throwing this out here. Can we all meet? There was a place that Larg had talked about, like a food stall or something in Esterholt. Can we all meet there?
Sure. So the typical Dragon Con, let's meet at the food court. Gotcha.
Yeah, so there'd probably be. I feel like there's like a one of those food carts that made like meat pies or something like that he was probably a regular at. So he would have pointed it out to them as they walked by it at some point in the last day or so.
What would you recommend? Which kind of meat?
Oh, they're just meat.
Oh, I see. Yes, I see now. They just have the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's dipping
like
sauce.
M-E-E-T, like.
It's the different dipping sauces I see that you have choices of. Okay, well, which dipping sauce goes best with this?
The brown one.
Okay, all right.
That was a good one.
One meat and one brown.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now, this might be a real acquired taste. Like, okay, do you ever, okay, in big cities, there's always that hole in the wall. It's like, oh, they make the best burgers. And then you go into the joint and it's like, I'm not eating a fucking thing from here. Have you seen how filthy everything is? It's
got a C rating.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting food poisoning. But here's what I want you to do.
Hashtag worth it.
I want you to roll a 1d10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is this is like an acquired taste?
Is everybody?
No. No. Kalden.
Oh, Kalden. Oh, okay. For how these pies? I think that shouldn't that be Larg? This is like Larg's place to go, right?
Well, we know Larg likes them.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, here we go.
Oh, 3. Oh, that's good. So there's a backwards E in the word meat. Now let's roll for the sauces.
Yes.
Please give me a D10. Maybe the sauces save it.
Oh, no.
That's a 1.
Oh, you got the dark brown sauce.
Oh, no. I got brown spelled with the backwards R and not the forwards R.
I like to think like
E.
Yeah.
Larg slaps it out of your hand. It burns a hole in the cobblestone. Like, it's just fucking... And
I was
finally,
eating that.
It's cold, but you dip your meat into it, it sizzles somehow. So, finally, from a health standpoint, give me a flat D10. The lower the number, the worse off. You're due for a high one.
Oh, like worse my tummy is? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. 9. Okay.
That's that Constitution, baby.
Yeah, you're good. You're fine. Yeah, no, that was... Whew. But it is not a pleasant experience. Like, if you... Okay, so when they say meat, this is not like a boar or a deer or a cow. This is like a possum or a rat or like something like... Okay. There's a line from The Simpsons.
It's gamey.
Yeah. There's a line from The Simpsons where they're trying to guess what's in the Krusty McRib thing, and they're guessing animals, and he's like, no, think smaller and more legs. Like, there's no like.
So Larg's watching you eat it like you're eating. You know, when you introduce somebody to your favorite food, he's like watching you eat it. Like, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Kalden dips it in. He takes a bite, and it's like freeze, and then like slow chew, slow chew, and then like swallow, like, and then like sets it down and looks at Larg and says, "It's real good, Larg. It's real good."
That's good. Oh, he'll just kind of like have this big smile, like, okay, good.
And then
I can't
Larg's
do it
not.
anymore, so it's good to know.
Do you ever eat something and the second you take a bite, you're like, "Oh, this was a mistake," but it seems to take up more space in your mouth than any food ever has, and you could feel it spreading out taste-wise to stain the inside of your mouth, like it's like I'm going to taste this forever.
Yeah, you're just trying to swallow it fast.
Yeah, no, it's in between your teeth. There's like a film over your tongue. And that sauce?
Making me hungry.
I look over to Braylon and I'm like, "You want a bite, buddy?"
No, I'll pass. Thank you.
Okay, Kallie?
Is there a non-meat option?
Oh, they got you covered. Don't worry about it. So
I don't.
Because Kallie wants to be polite because Larg recommended it, but she's not gonna eat this meat.
Right.
She wants the non-dairy version.
Yeah, just take the meat out of it.
Gluten-free, vegan.
Right. So here's what they offer. They have a wrap. So they got it all wrapped up. And the main ingredient is cabbage with quotation marks around it.
What? But why is it just not cabbage?
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Give me a flat D10.
I'm afraid. I'm so afraid.
That's a 2. So, okay. Callie's going to take a bite of this. And it's one warm leaf that seems to, like, it's just, like, okay, it's almost like, okay, do you know you bite into a bad onion ring? And off the bat, it's like, you did not cook this long enough. It's crunchy. Like, like the onion itself snaps off, and then the whole onion comes out. It's like that, but with quote-unquote cabbage. And you're gonna bite in, and you hear a crunch. Now, here's the peculiar part. It squishes in your mouth. So that crunch seems to come from nowhere. And it's warm. It's room temperature. And you're gonna pull back on it. And the wrap isn't like a tortilla. It's more like a yoga mat. And this whole leaf is there's spots of brown on it and stuff, and it's gonna all slide out of the wrap and kind of smack Kallie on the chin.
Oh, okay.
There's a sauce that is of indeterminate origin. It is a pale yellow, and it doesn't taste like a mustard or a honey. It tastes like a basement smells.
So bad.
The crunch is the flavor crystals.
So like when it does it, they're gonna like fly.
You got lucky. There's a lot of them in there.
I'm definitely getting like a visual of this food vendor too. He's wiping his nose a lot. But like with his whole arm, just like...
No. So like, you know, when you're like eating like, you know, like good food and like a burger or something and there's like grease or whatever that like kind of like falls down, and you like push your body back, and you like hold the food out so it doesn't like get on your clothes.
Exactly.
She's gonna do a motion like that, but accidentally drop everything on the ground. Oh. No.
Oh, jeez.
That's okay.
Oh, 5-second rule. Callie, no, pick it up. It's fine. It's good. does anyone have
Oh, shoot. Now it's on my shoe.
Does anyone have prestidigitation? It should be fine.
It's falls away.
It's fine.
The lettuce starts flapping.
Honestly, that would probably make it better.
You want us to get to another one, Callie?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I had a really big breakfast. It's okay.
So this vendor is going to call out to everyone. Any of yous want dessert?
Oh, the dessert's really good. You should get it.
Oh.
And he'll look at Elena. You should try it.
Okay.
Get one for we'll all take a bite.
Oh.
Wait, the meat?
The dessert.
Oh,
That's
the dessert.
The dessert is some kind of meat.
So that's just other meats.
Meat pudding.
I'll have dessert.
All right, one dessert. I call it sweet cream.
Dessert.
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 That's how it's spelled phonetically. Dessert.
Yep, dessert. Yep. So it's called sweet cream, and what? Stop.
No.
Stop it.
It sounds so good, but with everything else, I just
here's the thing. Elena's gonna get ready and roll a flat D10. Maybe it's banging. Like maybe it's amazing. Maybe that's what's keeping this dude afloat. He just doesn't know.
God, I hope so.
I quit. I'm done.
That's a 10.
Gold leaf.
So, holy shit. So, okay.
This guy's in the wrong business. He needs to be baking. What's the matter?
All right. So, it's for the table, right?
Please.
All right. I'm going to get you clean spoons.
Oh, no.
And,
This.
yeah. So he's
Is
gonna.
there an option for not clean spoons?
So he's
Open
gonna
hand food. We haven't needed spoons.
That's true. You don't need a spoon for your cabbage. So what he's gonna do is bring you this trough of cool, almost like a confectionery / pudding thing. It's got like a mild crust, like almost a graham crackery crust, and then when you plunge your spoon into it, there's this weird brown stuff, and then beyond that, some pale orange stuff.
Like tiramisu.
Kinda, yeah.
I made that
right,
up. I don't exactly know what tiramisu is.
It's more like a creme brulee, if you wanted to. But, all right, yous enjoy.
Oh, this is good. This. Oh my goodness.
And
this is the one.
This is the first thing that he's served you that smells good. Like not just like, hey, that smells like food. It's like, wait, that smells good. Like that's pretty. Like.
This guy should just be serving this. This and nothing else.
So, this brown stuff, you've never seen anything like it before. It's essentially chocolate.
Oh
It's
my god!
This guy
Oh, shit.
accidentally
This dude has
invented
unlocked-
chocolate.
Dude, Jasper is gonna be pissed.
So mad.
I'm so proud of him. Can his name be Bart? He sounds like a Bart.
He could be Bart.
Bart. Bart's meat.
Bart's.
Bart's meat
Bart's
and cream.
Well, it's so
Bart's meat and cream.
affectionately, the locals do give directions like, oh, it's next to Bart's cart. And like that's
Aww, so cute.
and it's like, don't eat anything but desserts. Just
I don't know what he's putting in here, but he should be arrested. This is addictive. This is so good.
Larg's just watching everybody else. He can't eat, so he's.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
Braylon's
can.
not eating either. It's just doesn't satisfy, right? Like we can
No,
eat, but we
it's-
just don't feel
yeah,
full.
it's like it's fine. Look, yeah.
Oh, do they look sad?
No, Larg's thrilled. He's like, it's
Oh,
good,
okay.
right?
I feel like Larg just forgot that the meat was bad, and he just remembers the dessert, and then just thought that it was the whole thing.
There's a 50-50 chance that's true. Yeah.
Kids would only remember dessert.
But Bart, what do you call this?
I've just been calling it sweet cream.
The whole thing, or what's this? What are these bits here? What's this brown stuff?
Oh, that's the brown part.
That's fantastic.
Should come up with a catchy name for it. Market it.
Yeah. No, I think the brown part, that kind of summarized. I mean, that's right there on the tin, the brown part.
You think this would catch on in other towns?
Oh, absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, eat Bart's brown part. That just has. It's got something to it, you know. And then that's just a. I'm just spitballing.
Well, I have been thinking about expanding, but I'm no good at marketing. Okay, let me spitball with you. All right, it mixes in and kind of changes the color of stuff. How about food stain?
No, Bart. Come on, dig a little deeper there, bud.
There are no bad ideas, Braylon. I'm just brainstorming.
All right. Sewer snack.
Oh.
Oh.
It could be like a themed thing, you know. We could that it comes in like a little trough, and there'd be like a drain over top of it, and then we reveal what's in when we take the drain off.
You know, that's actually not bad. I mean, people go crazy for that novelty stuff, am I right? Like, it's gross out at first, but it tastes amazing, and, Okay, anyone else? I feel like we're circling it.
Hey, you, the one who had some of the cabbage. This is kind of new. The dessert part of it. I'm nailing everything else, but the dessert, I feel like it needs a tweak or a change. It's just, I don't know.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
He's thinking about changing the dessert because he's really confident in his all those other hot foods. So
What?
What world do you live in, Bart? This is your money maker right
Flavor
here.
Town.
Flavor Town.
Kallie's gonna look up and she's, despite saying, "Oh, I had a big breakfast," she's just got like this food all over outside of her mouth because she's just like, "It's really good." She'd be like, "I don't think you should change this at all. This is great."
All All right. You know what? It's fine as is. I just need a catchy name, and I might franchise a little.
That's good. That's all you need. You're halfway there. You got the thing people want. A catchy name. Get your catchy name. You know, we're gonna be in town for one more day. We'll be back, and we're here to help. Bounce ideas off of anything like that. We want this to be big for you, Bart. We really do.
Hey, Bart, can I actually ask you a question?
Oh, of course.
What is the brown part made of?
I hope it's not from the sewer.
No, that's
here when he said the sewer thing.
No, that's just a cutesy name. It's actually, I found these beans, and I mixed them up with the leavings from when I was making the cabbage, and it actually bonded together really well. Again, kind of changes the color. The other food, not so appetizing. You know, brown is not necessarily the color of good food, but it tastes good, you know?
That it does.
Larg sits up straight like he has an idea, and he looks at Bart. He goes, "Bean leavings."
I like it. It's got it doesn't put on airs. It is what it is, you know?
He's doing that slow nod like he just had an absolute epiphany. Like, yeah.
Look, you people are absolute angels for helping me out with this and trying something new. I'm gonna wrap you up. Some food to go on the house, and you just take it with you, eat it for dinner later or something.
Oh.
How about more dessert? How about
dessert? Dessert would be good.
You got it. He was going to point to Kallie. It's like, I know you like the cabbage. I'll get you another one of those. Don't you worry.
That one dropped. I'll get you another good one. That one crawled away.
So good. Frozen smile just there on her face.
Larg, thank you so much for taking us here. This was special. This was really good.
He's super proud. He's beaming.
Oh.
You're going to hear a voice approach you. It's approaching Larg and Kalden from behind, but everyone else is going to be able to see this person approach. Well. I hope we're all having a good time today. And the people who can see this person would recognize him as Vincent DeLorme.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wow, he came very far.
Wow.
He was coming here. This is where he was, headed. Right?
Eventually, yeah. No,
there was a lot of attitude in that.
Well, you did send him on a wild goose chase upriver.
I thought I sent a message. Did we send a message or something to him? Or no?
He caught back up with us, and then we told him the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're absolved. All sins absolved. Anyways.
Vincent DeLorme is the one looking for the person, right?
Yes.
With the dragon egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like fate is pushing us together. Like, we're meant to be us and Vincent.
Vincent, you look well.
And he'll give a little bit of a bow. Thank you. You're looking smashing. What brings you to Esterholt, if I may ask?
I don't want to tell him shit.
Wow.
We all just eye each other.
We were meeting with some of the town officials, and we'll be heading out soon. Just stopping by. Did you ever find the people you were looking for? And again, I know it was a while ago. I want to apologize for the bad information we gave you.
Think nothing of it. I look at it as a general misunderstanding.
We're all friends of House Dragon.
And he's... Okay, so as soon as you say that, well then. And he's going to brush you aside to, make room so I can sit down.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Rude.
not like in a rude way, just like, I'm gonna get in here. So he's going to sit down. Well,
pushing his way into
case,
the lunch bench.
Yes, exactly. I picture a round, so he's gonna, well, in that case, we did eventually track down the egg. And unfortunately, that's pretty much the end of our jurisdiction. It was handed over to an Order of the Scale. It's a cultish group in town. We're trying to get the authorities involved, but the process is slow.
What is it that you need done? We are, at least for now, in good standing with the people that are governing the city. We might be able to help in some way.
It's just bureaucratic red tape. Don't worry about it. Apparently some of their members were assaulted. They may have been doing something illegal. It's all very tiresome. We're waiting to search the premises, but by then, who knows? Again, what brings you all the way to Esterholt? You were heading north last time we spoke, if memory serves.
Well, right now, just more of the same. More of the same business. You know how it is.
Braylon will chime in. Yeah, saving cities, killing demons. Usual business for us.
Forgive me for saying this, but, and he's going to motion towards Larg and Braylon. You're looking a little, worse for wear. Are you all right?
Oh, never felt better. I'm in great shape. Don't have to eat as much. It's a blessing, really. And I kind of give him a wink.
I picture that milky eye, just bink,
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Good luck, whatever you're doing.
Before you go, where are these cultists hiding? You said they're hiding out and you can't search the premise. You must know where they are in the city.
Well, they have quite a large manor on the outskirts of Esterholt, but they also have not untrained guards. It's been quite a feat to get any information out of them. They're quite standoffish.
What would help you?
And he's going to kind of look... he's going to kind of look at you, and... Well, all I need is proof that they possess the egg. What are you offering?
I mean, we could have the city guard help with you. I don't know if that's something that's been sort of tying you up, or maybe we could say that for us to move forward in our business, we need to have you be able to take a look onto this premise, or something like that. Just something so that we can help each other out.
Well, if you're in that close with the leadership of the city, that would be outstandingly handy. What can I offer you?
You said you're looking into cults and things, right? How long have you been in Esterholt dealing with this?
3 weeks.
Have you heard anything about a cult of Vecna here in your time digging into the underbelly of the city?
There's a small group, yes, but they don't appreciate being called a cult, from my understanding.
Do you know where they are? And are they so clandestine that they're difficult to take a meeting with?
He's going to kind of lean in just a little bit. I don't think it would be too much trouble. They're basically like any other church. Just tucked away, let's say. You might have to go down some back alleys, but as long as you're not adverse to that, I don't see where the problem would be. Shall I give you directions?
Yes.
Larg nods. Like, yeah. Strange person.
Braylon's gonna step in. Well, I mean, Mr. DeLorme, I know we're on good terms, but I just can't help but get the feeling that maybe you'll give us the kind of directions we gave you at first.
Oh, he's going to look insulted. Excuse me, sir. While I don't wish to offend you, I would never give someone the runaround that you gave me upon our first meet.
Oh, okay. He puts his hands up. Just checking. Making sure we're on the up and up. Finger guns.
He's going to write down some directions for the group.
Do you have any, I notice you don't have your retinue with you anymore.
Well, it's been 3 weeks. They're in the city, but there's no need to travel so heavily.
Oh, I see. I didn't know if that was another way we could help you. Maybe you could use a person or two to go in, push in to help you with your investigation.
Well, in all honesty, I was hoping that I could settle this a bit more hush-hush. But unfortunately, the person who would take care of such a thing has been unable or unwilling to sit down and speak with me. He's been quite elusive.
Who is this person?
One of the mayor's boys. From my understanding, not a town guard, or... I'm not even sure he has an official designation in the city. If you ask me, it all sounds very shady.
Do you have a name?
Seraph.
Oh.
Are you going to tell him you're supposed to meet with him at some point? Because that would piss him right off.
No.
Okay. I'm just warning you right away. The dude's been in town for 3 weeks, but it's like, yeah, we're supposed to see it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look, like I said, we're not going to be here very long, but where are you staying? Why don't we stay in touch? We'll take a look at this Cult of Vecna thing, and thank you very much. But we might be able to help get the wheels turning a little quicker, if you know what I mean.
Well, I've been staying at the Velvet Pillow.
Is that where we're staying?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. It's
Okay.
It's like the nicest hotel in town.
Gotcha.
The rooms are adequate.
They're like the best rooms that Kalden has ever been. Oh, how convenient. That's exactly where we're staying. So we'll be close by. If we can move things along, we'll get in touch with you there. And hopefully we can, I don't know, set up a meeting or something.
Well then, it's settled. I will see you all around, and I won't intrude upon your lunch anymore. Good day.
Oh, one more thing. Have you heard anything from House Dragon Keep? Any news? Any word?
Not recently, but that's not out of the ordinary. I'm fairly far away from home. If I do, though, I can send word your way.
Thank you, Vincent. Yes, that. If you hear anything.
And he's going to kind of stiffly, stand up and kind of straighten out his coat here, and almost like he doesn't know how to leave, just quiet and just walk away, you know.
I was gonna offer him some of these bean leavings, but there's still time, I suppose.
He probably wouldn't like them. Not up to his standards. He's
I
gonna
don't
have
know. I
airports.
think this is like the unifying kind of food, you know? The wealthy like it, the poor like it.
Yeah, but it's Vincent alone. Come on.
True.
The new
True.
taste we've all been looking for.
I
Cool.
want to write an article for the book now just called Bean Leavings.
Hey, we haven't decided on all the recipes yet.
I know!
This should be the
Bart's
forefront, at the
bean
front.
leaving.
Boom.
Once Jasper knows, it's over.
You have to sneak it in,
Poor
like,
Dad.
Yeah.
as like a side note thing.
Well, no, this is a chance for Merrick to swoop in and be the marketing and chef genius behind this. You know, this is a partnership.
Be the
A
Edison
Bart
to
and
this guy's
Merrick
Tesla.
team up.
Yeah.
How the Claw presents.
A Bart special.
When Vincent gets up, Larg just kind of looks at everybody like, was I supposed to know who that was?
Oh my god.
A friend from the road before Dawnhurst.
Oh, yeah, way before Dawnhurst. We basically tricked this guy, and then he went the wrong way, and then we found him again. Complete accident, but then we said everything. Kalden admitted fault. It's all fine.
Did I? Is that how that went?
I mean, I sure as hell didn't.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
They were looking for an egg, a dragon egg, something safe kept in House Dragon Keep in Brightport. It had been stolen.
Yeah, Larg shudders a little bit when he says dragon.
It's a white one, if that makes you feel better.
Well, racist.
It'd be cold instead of super hot, is all I was trying. Don't worry, this is one of the good dragons. This.
Yeah. Keep it in the Patreon content, not the show. Oh my god.
We could really help with this. I don't know. I mean, a white dragon egg, that's pretty rare. And if it's just here in the city, I know we have a lot on our plate. I know, gods know we have a lot on our plate, but if they're at some kind of weird bureaucratic stalemate, and this is a problem that we could maybe help fix, this is a dragon we're talking about.
Brown's gonna nod. Yeah, I'm all for. And he's gonna put his fingers up in air quotes. Finding a way into this manor. And he looks at Tatiyana. I mean, you're pretty good at stuff like that too, right? And he'll shrug.
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but beep beep.
Yeah. I mean, and we can find this, we can find evidence, and maybe we find some other things, and they just happen to find their way into our bags, and they just happen to find their way on the shopkeep's counter being sold, and we just happen to find some gold in our pockets after that. It works out.
I just wouldn't want to spend too much time in town. If we can split up and take each thing at a time and get it done, then I'm all for helping, but I don't want to stay longer than we need to.
I understand.
So, are you guys splitting up?
I mean,
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
We just have too much to do with not enough time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, we've got to go talk to this cult. We got to see Sarah. We got to... Oh my gosh, it's just so many things.
No. Hey, I'm all for splitting up.
Oh yeah, take that tone.
Well, I mean, who wants to go? We've got this cult's address. Who wants to go talk to them? And who wants to try and... Do we want to try and talk with Sarah first, or do we want to check out this house first?
Well, Seraph is the connection, right? He can get us the egg stuff also.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Seraph might have information on them that we could use.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sarah, I think.
Okay. So how do we want to split this up?
I think that Kallie, once we're done at Bart's cart, Kallie would suggest that she splits off and maybe go to their library and start doing some research, because diplomacy is not really her big thing, but she can dig through some books.
Well, research on what?
I don't know.
Wow.
Well,
I
we do
don't
have
know.
a bunch of the Darmok stuff.
The Darmok stuff. We also were looking into a demon connection to the Black Hand, and also low key Kallie's curse thing. What I'm looking at. So
If you're gonna go to Darmok's house by yourself, Braylon would go with you. He doesn't want you to go off and that this guy.
Well-
we don't know much about him, but he knows that there's bad news, right?
It's the mayor's mansion now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought nobody lived in it.
The library.
Well, there's a large section of it that most people would call a library, yes.
That seems unsafe.
Well, I think not like a public library. This was offered to you, though.
True.
So, you'd be watched, but, I think conservatively, she'd probably call it a study, but it's a fucking library. It's got
This is like a Beauty and the Beast fucking library. Okay?
Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wait, is the library Jadzia's library, or is it also Darmok's old stuff?
It's Darmok's old stuff.
Because that could have some really good information.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
And I'm gonna need time to go through it.
So
Yeah, we have to split
We
up.
could. I think Kalden really wants to go check this dragon egg situation out, but I think might be better served at the library. Just helping if we're splitting up.
So our diplomatic guy is not gonna go do our diplomacy stuff.
Wait. Are you sneaking in, or are you... Because it sounded like the two stealthiest members of the party were going to check this out.
Check what out?
Oh, I mean,
at least
okay,
locate the place, maybe.
if we're gonna talk to Seraph, we can talk to him and try and get in without sneaking in.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't Sarah meet us at the mayor's house?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it sounds like
Two birds, one stone.
designated
Two birds, one stone. Yeah.
it sounds like we're going to the couple of us are going to the mayor's house, couple of us are going to Vecna cult, right?
Yeah, Larg's going to the Vecna church.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will not be useful in the library.
Okay.
Okay.
Kalden will go. Sounds like with Kallie to the library and hopefully to talk to Sarah.
No, we're all talking to Seraph.
We're all
I'm
talking
confused.
to Seraph, yeah.
Got it.
Except for the cult. Who's going to the cult? Lars going to the cult?
No, I thought
Larg
the cult is... We're also
God,
talking to
guys.
Seraph.
No.
All right, let me see if I could suss this out for everybody. Sounds like Kallie and Kalden are going to go check out the library, and I think everybody is going except for Tatiyana and Larg, who are going to go check out this Church of Vecna.
I want to
No.
go with the Church of
What?
Vecna.
No,
Okay.
I want Church of Vecna. I thought we were talking to Seraph to find out where the Church of Vecna was.
You just found out where it
Yeah.
was.
We know where it
You
is now.
need to talk to Sarah on
Or the egg.
the egg
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
That's a
but
separate
Vincent Delorme knew where Vecna was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, tight. I want to do that.
Okay, so
Wasn't there something else that we were going to talk to Seraph about too? I don't remember.
Probably lots of stuff.
It was cold. It was to try and see about the cult of Vector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we gave this great opportunity to get this information. We took it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kallie and Kalden to the library / Seraph, the rest of us to Vecna.
Yeah, because I feel like we might get jumped there.
There's a chance.
And remember,
Wow, that is
like,
so...
And we've got like Healy's over here, Healy's over there. How non-intentional.
I mean, yeah. That's true.
And you've got the bell, right, Larg?
Mhm.
Right, Jamieson? Okay.
Ooh, do we want to bring that?
No,
to
we should not bring the bell.
Give me the bell.
Yeah.
Give
Look at such your goddamn bags! Like, man!
Why did we get caught?
Well, they have an ancient artifact like metal detector, right? And it's going to beep when we walk through.
They got something.
It
Oh,
could
so,
be
yeah.
helpful to convince them.
No,
I mean,
but
they're our new congregation, but we still have to meet them. Make sure they're not.
Yeah, I don't
here's
think
the thing, though.
Right.
Like, what's our plan to go in? Because I always thought the best plan would be to not let them know that like we're trying to suss them out, not have them suss us out. So I think we should be like a group of friends that are like really into Vecna, and we just like want to see what it's about. Like have them recruit us, you know?
Great, Elena, you're taking point on this. That's a very good idea.
Yeah. No, actually,
Love it.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
Larg will have the
because we
bells
don't know
for
what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll stop talking over people.
No, you're fine.
No, go for it.
I'm
Well,
writing
just-
down.
we don't know what they're like, and we have information that if they knew we had that information could go very poorly depending on the type of people that they are.
Mhm.
So I think we should go in pretending like we're interested in them.
I love it. All right, Braylon's 100% behind this
Yeah.
plan.
Totally in.
Kallie will take Bell from Larg.
Yeah, he'll hand it off, and he'll put his helmet on. Like, I don't think revealing undeadness is a good idea up front either.
Yeah, hood up,
Yeah.
cowl over over Braylon's face.
We just want to be like a couple of like weird teens, you know.
Hello, fellow kids.
Totally in for this church youth group.
Yeah.
Hey, we were just walking along Hollywood Boulevard and we saw this church open. We thought, wow, something
no.
free to do. Like,
We all show up in goth kid makeup.
And you know what would be really crazy? We just were like, this is gonna be so crazy, and we just came in.
would it be crazy? I don't know. I'll buy the book. It's
Hey,
funny.
I'm all for it. Yeah. I love church youth groups because it was so much fun because there's free food anyways. Continue.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Scientology. My bad.
We were.
Oh, okay.
I misread the room.
Kallie and Kalden going to Jadzia's library. Braylon, Larg, Elena, and Tati are checking out this Church of Vecna. And I think that's a good time for us to stop for the night because this is already a 4-hour show. So
Oh my gosh, I know.
By the way, the 4 going to talk to the cultists or the church are the dum-dums. So no. Which one of us is book smart?
No one. None of us are book smart.
Elena has read before.
Great.
I know it hasn't come up on the show, but she did a lot of research before coming on the show.
Oh, good.
I've
We know
read
she can
books.
read.
Right? She's losing her memories, so a piece of her brain is missing.
We know
Wow.
Larg can read because he read the letter.
Braylon definitely can read, but like he's a lazy. He's like and then it got to the point where he failed his classes because he was so lazy.
unless it's sheet music. He just like looks at it once and he's like, got it. I don't need.
Academic standard-wise, dumb.
Man, we hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. December for DNR is going to be a pretty big one as we are wrapping up the year and preparing for a bunch of brand new content in January. Now, we're working on getting a lovely little Christmas thing together for you guys or a holiday type RPG. and posting that in the main feed. But until then, you can follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/DANDR to get a wealth of content. We'll be wrapping up things like Living in Theria. We're going to be doing the very last one as we prep for brand new shows coming out in January. If you want to hear more about those, we posted a newsletter in the $1 tier all about it. It's about 45 minutes long, just detailing all the changes we're going to be making. If you've never checked out our Patreon before, because it just didn't appeal to you, you might want to listen to that. And hopefully there's going to be some stuff that appeals to you in the new year. Thank you all so much for your support. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode for you guys. See you all then.